Hey guys, Old Guy Gaming here, back again with another MTG Arena video, and tonight we're going to be doing Dimir Flash. So, we all kind of know that Simic Flash is still a thing. It's bigger, badder, and stronger than ever, especially with Ikoria out. But an interesting card came out in, well, two, actually, interesting cards came out in Ikoria, Slitherwisp and Cunning Nightbonder, which really has kind of pushed forward the idea of doing Dimir Flash instead, which is black-blue for those who do not know. So this is going to be my attempt. I know I've seen quite a few, but I've kind of got my own little twists on it, and we'll go ahead and give this deck a shot. I've been instructed by my son, who says if I want to be, get to that 1,000 subscribers, my lifetime goal, that I should mention in the beginning of the video. If you like the content ahead, please hit the like and subscribe button. Again, I do have a lifetime goal of 1,000 subs. If I get there, I'll consider this hobby of mine a success, and I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you have your own Dimir Flash deck, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know how I can improve it. I would really appreciate it. All right, so let's get into the deck, shall we? All that YouTuber stuff out of the way. All right, so a lot of these decks are going to be becoming basically the same. They're looking at mostly, this is a heavy creature deck. If you want to take a look in the stats already, this is a heavy creature deck with 28 creatures. Mostly because you are trying to bank on what Slitherwisp brings to the table, and you need stuff with Flash to do it. So, Spectral Sailor being one of the best flashes. Also a cool little card draw engine in the early game and potentially the late game as well. Brineborn Cutthroat's kind of a must. Anytime you're basically spending most of your time playing your game on your opponent's turn. So you might as well toss in Brineborn Cutthroat to get those +1/+1 counters on it. And he gets pretty big, pretty scary, and pretty fast. So he's one of the anchors to the deck. We're going to go ahead and run Quench as well. This is a good early game counter. Can be a mid game counter too if they go to cast some of the bigger spells and don't have it. I'm only running 3 for that reason, because once it gets towards the late game, this card basically becomes useless unless you're trying to put a counter on one of your Brineborns, maybe. I've seen a lot of people running 4 copies of Heartless Act, and Heartless Act is a really good card. I'm not going to deny, so I'm going to keep that, but the problem that I have with it fundamentally is it doesn't have Flash, and therefore goes against the concept of the deck, because spells like Quench and Instance and things like that they bump up your Cutthroats, but they don't actually trigger Slitherwisp. So basically what you're trying to do is kill a creature, so we're going to go with 2 Blacklance Paragons instead, which do have Flash, can come in on your opponent's turn, and potentially can kill a creature. So we'll basically do all of the same things for the same mana cost that you're looking for, plus you get the triggers off of Slitherwisp. So we talked about these earlier. So this is kind of what helps build the deck and kind of makes it go. You have the Cunning Nightbonder, 2/2 for 2. It does have Flash, and when spells with Flash cost 1 less to cost and can't be countered. That is huge, huge, especially whenever you're playing against some of the counter decks. So this is another important piece to this deck. We've talked about it a lot. Let's kind of skip ahead a little to the beginning, to the real beginning deck. Slitherwisp is really the driving engine in this one. 2 black and a blue for a 3/2 with Flash. Whenever you cast another spell that has Flash, you draw a card, and each opponent loses 1 life. So you can almost drain them just by casting spells that you were going to cast anyway, and you're getting the added bonus for the card draw and for the damage done to your opponent. Super cool card. Highly recommend this one. So let's get some more Flash stuff in there. We've got, Brazen Borrower. You're going to run a course for those. You see that all over the place. Fantastic card. Again, it's got Flash. Sea-Dasher Octopus. I've struggled with this card. It's a cool card. Don't get me wrong. The mutate thing I kind of forget that mutate happens. You get everything. What this does, it is a 2/2 with, for basically 2, because you're going to mutate it and flash it, and you're either going to flash it into play as a 2/2 on the ground, or you're going to mutate one of the other creatures in board. And it gives you the ability that whenever this the creature that it's mutated or does damage to a player, you get to draw a card. So there's a ton of card draw engine in this deck, which really makes for a good solid deck. I'm running Sinister Sabotage. I know a lot of people are running Naturalize in this deck. Basically the same thing. It's a 3 mana counterspell, except it has cycling. I've not found scenarios where a counterspell is a bad idea in a Flash deck. I've not found them. So while I agree that maybe if you're getting, you get mana screwed or something like that, that maybe you need the mana draw, maybe. But to me, Surveil is just a better version. I just think it's better because it helps you stack the deck. So I'm going to go with that. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments down below. I'd appreciate it. We've already covered the Slitherwisp. So what this deck doesn't have is that the Simic deck does have on it is Simic has Frilled Mystic, and Frilled Mystic is an awesome card because it's a 3/2 creature that counters a spell when it comes into play. What we have is a Voracious Greatshark that does basically the same thing with Flash. Now this is 2 more mana. This is 1 more mana than Frilled Mystic. However, with Cunning Nightbonder in play, or hopefully 2, this becomes a 3-mana counterspell that leaves behind a 5/4 shark. So, and I love the artwork. It just gives you that Jaws feeling all over again. This is a cool card. So this is what we're going to go with. We'll see how this one goes. Mana base, relatively simple. We're going to have 7 islands, 2 Castle Locthwain, 6 swamps, and of course your rare dual lands. You can substitute if you're going for budget. You can go for the common dual lands instead. Temple of Deceit, which also gives you the Scry, and then Watery Grave, which you can shock into play. So let's get into some gameplay. Again, I know I'm going to get out of this habit here eventually. If you do like the video, like, subscribe. Always helps out the channel. We're going to play, let's go traditional standard play. Oh, traditional standard rank. That's what we want. Let's go for standard rank. I think the meta has had its opportunity to cool down a little after the first weeks. Still seeing a ton of mono red. And this deck does okay if I can get off a couple of counterspells early and get the Brineborn Cutthroats up and running. If I can get that going, mono red has a big problem with this deck. Man, the servers are running slow today. I actually checked to make sure that it wasn't my network. I've got 200 up and 200 down. And I know that I have a lot of kids at home right now who are still currently playing on their devices. But I think MTG servers might be getting hit pretty hard with everyone staying home under the current health crisis. 3 mana. Everything on here looks good. So it's the only downside to this deck is it does run a hair slow. It runs a hair slow because it takes some time. Ooh. Yeah, this is another deck we're going to talk about here shortly. So we're going to go next in turn. Ideally, we're going to cast the Nightbonder as he decides to try to swing in here. All the glitters of golds. Sure, let's make him waste that. I'm okay with that. Most likely we will Brineborn Cutthroat on our turn. Sure. Ooh, Slitherwisp. Another Temple of Deceit. No, I think we're good. We're going to hold off. Again, we're going to spend most of our time playing on our opponent's turn. That actually does not concern me. It's all the glitters that comes out after. Or that, for example. Ugh. -3, you say. Grr. I think we're going to have to let that go. Sure. Come in with a Slitherwisp. Let's kill their unblockable. We'll go Temple of Deceit again. And we shall wait. I do want to keep up a Sinister Sabotage up just in case they do something crazy. Like that, potentially. Ugh. Yeah, let's counter that. I don't want to see that go into play. No, we don't need the land, thank you. And again, this is where I feel Sinister Sabotage has the advantage. Gutterbone's cool. He's not going to swing. Octopi. I got into this debate with my son. Technically, the proper pronunciation for octopus is octopuses because it is derived from Greek. Sure. Ugh. How many of these does he have? Alright, let's see if we can pull a counter. We did not. I guess Slitherwisp is going to go away. I assume he's going to swing. No blocks. He can have that. Another Gutter Bones. Oh my goodness, we are totally getting flooded with mana here. We're going to go under. We want that card draw. Another Slitherwisp would be amazing. Spectral Sailor works. This is actually a tight game. So we're going to go Spectral Sailor, which can't not be countered. We're going to block over here. Let that happen. He's waiting to cast all this stuff from his graveyard is really what he's trying to do here. Sure. This is another deck I've got dreamed up here, actually. Kaya's Wrath, you say? We're going to draw that card. Interesting decision. And he's been sitting on this for some time now. Sure, create some zombies. Let's see what he does here. That's fine. Yeah. Not nearly getting nearly as many counter spells, and this is where we're going to start having some problems here. We've got a flying octopus, thank you very much. Oh my goodness, so much mana. Go get us that card draw, please. That could be useful. That could be very useful indeed. Whoa. Why didn't it counter? Artifact or creature spell. That's why, because I can't read. That's why it didn't counter. Oh my goodness. Oh, now we get the counter spell. Now we get it. Oh my goodness, did we get a ton of mana? Let's see where this goes. Block it with the 2 zombies, probably? Sure. So what's he got? He's got access to everything in his graveyard. We're going to counter that. Give me something other than land. Ugh, no. I need my Slitherwisp. Like, how have we gone through half the deck and only have one? Oh, goody. How many is it for him? 4? Quench. Give me Quench. Nope. Yeah, we're going to lose this one. My goodness. This is a super powerful deck. Oh, now it comes in. Now it comes in. Well, unfortunately, I think we're still going to lose this game, but we're going to go out with some fun here. Okay. Fine. I shall just block it and lose happily. Protection from blue. Oh, well. Darn. We had a good start there. We had a really good start there, but just couldn't get rolling. I feel like we got like a huge sink in mana. Like we just hit like this huge packet of mana just coming through. But, oh well. It is what it is. We'll move on to the next one. Yeah, that's disappointing. Like, there's so many other cool spells we got. We just got, like, mana after mana after mana that really kind of slew us down. That'll work. That'll work. Heartless Act. That was another one we could have used in the last game. We'll keep it. We shall pay 2 life and say hello. I'd like to save Spectral Sailor for when Slitherwisp's into play, but you never know. And shock. No, I'm surprised. Watery Grave works. That'll get us up there in mana, and then hopefully that's all the mana we need. This looks like it might be the Izzet deck. Oh, no. This is probably Fires of Invention. Yeah, this will be fun. So let's see what he's got. Wilderness Reclamation. Cool. Scorching Dragonfire. Interesting. We shall say next. We'll do all this on his turn. Untap. Sure. I still do not understand how this card ever got printed. To allow stuff like this is just crazy to me. We might have to go back down to the regular play. Come on, burn all your mana, cast your guy. Do you have enough to even escape him? Sure. Are you human? You're a human. Oh no. I didn't realize you were a human. There we go. Perfect. There, so we can Slitherwisp and Heartless Act on our turn. Or Sinister Sabotage on our turn, which is what I feel like was coming. Sure, he's going to tap all of his lands to get some kind of gigantic, great big thing. Got a Sinister Sabotage, just waiting for him. Just waiting for him. I'm disappointed we're getting into these long games. Oh, you found something you liked. Can't be countered. We're going to mutate that onto the Slitherwisp. Works for me. And we'll go under the Slitherwisp. And now we can have our turn. Ugh. How many is it? He had 3 in his hand? Okay, cool. You actually kind of helped me out there. Just for the record. Can I drop Watery Grave? I don't think so. I think I already dropped only on this turn. Yep, no, we're good. Well, we got a counter spell because he's... What this deck goes for is that gigantic expansion explosion where they dump all their mana into it to try to kill you. Which is fine. If he casts the creature, that's fine. We'll Heartless Act. I think we're kind of okay at the moment. Sure, ramp some more. No, I'm okay with that. Because this does not come into play with counters. It's just a 6/6. Tap everything. Sure. Get your big guy out. Only to die. It'll be fun. He's going for the scry. Interesting. Flashing our little critter. There's Slitherwisp. What's he thinking? You leave my little guys alone. Draw a card. Another Sinister Sabotage. Very nice. Very nice. No. Keeping that. Now, if he does have that expansion explosion, we're gonna lose here. I just realized I thought I had 1 mana further than I did. I'm expecting him to actually pull Uro out. Oh no, we've got enough for Sinister. No, yeah, we do. We've got plenty for Sinister. All right, okay. Whew, I had concerned myself there for a second. Yep, he's gonna go for the expansion explosion right now. Yep, that's what this is. I thought he would save 2 just in case it was Quench. But no, they like to go big. They want to go for the gigantic expansion explosion. Isn't he going to be disappointed? $12 damage. Cool. Counter that. All that work for nothing. All that work for nothing, my good friend. We already knew that was coming, so we'll keep it. So we are going to go with Slitherwisp into play. Draw another card. Sounds like the doggies are having some fun. So even if at this juncture he comes in with... The only thing that's going to beat us is if he's got another Expansion Explosion. Now, usually this deck just runs 2. Because they cycle through the deck as fast as they do. If I wanted to, I could actually do 2 damage just here. Sure. That can resolve. Absolutely can resolve. What you got, my friend? What you got? He's thinking, and he's got to let it go. So you can have the life, because we're going to get that right back. Because we're sitting on lethal right now. He's going to untap. I don't feel like he would have cast that if he had the Expansion Explosion in his hand. We shall see. This is getting exciting. He's just building up again. He's got it. You would need 8 mana for all of that. Sure. You can draw the cards. It's not going to matter because we're going to have you next turn. That's what he's fishing for. He's fishing for a win condition at this juncture. Growth Spiral, sure. Can I have my turn? Can I have my turn? No. He's just thinning his deck now with Fabled Passage. That's another card I debated putting in this, but eh. And Brazen Borrower. So let's get the damage in from this first. He says good game. He knows we've got it. Sure, you call the Slitherwisp back. I have more than enough on the table, my friend. So we are going to Slitherwisp. Is he going to let this happen? Oh, most people cancel out. I'll give him credit for that one. Good game. Good game. That's Wilderness Reclamation. I mean, that is a top-tier deck. And I'm not very good. Can I please make that abundantly clear? So if I can do it, you can do it. So let me know in the comments down below how you did your Dimir Flash decks. I normally do 3 games, but those 2 games, for whatever reason, took a really, really long time. We're sitting here at almost 30 minutes, so I hope that that's enough. If you want some more, though, if you want more gameplay of this one, let me know in the comments down below. I'll just record another one for you. So until next time, guys, we shall see you in the arena. This video was brought to you in no small part by our patrons. If you would like to help out the channel, go to www.patreon.com/oldguygamingmtga, and thank you for your support.